Alright, hey guys, Zach here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to take out and replace your stock clutch line with a stainless steel one. Alright guys, so I already took out my stock clutch line, but basically you will want to remove your intake, which will come here. You want to remove that from the turbo, get all the vacuum lines and whatnot, and unbolt it, and then take it out, and then usually, I guess you don't have to, but what I did was I removed these two bolts that hold the fuse box together just so you can, kind of move it and get it out of the way, get to where you need to get to. So here is your stock clutch line, and this is running back to the clutch master cylinder, and your stock clutch line to your slave cylinder starts here, and there will be a little clip like this basically that holds. After you loosen this nut right here, there will be this clip holding it on like so. And so I used a hammer and I just pried it off, and so then that will remove that part. And this is actually your stock clutch line. So this goes to that nut I just showed you guys, and then there's the soft line, and this is known as the FCU. Basically, it lets your clutch out slower than it's supposed to. I don't know why they put it in from the factory, but they do. But removing it increases your clutch response, so that's why I'm doing that. And then this line comes down to your slave cylinder, to the banjo bolt here, which bolts into your slave cylinder. And by the way, this FCU mounts on your transmission through these 3 holes. I think they're 12 mil. So after you get that out and you get the clip out, then you'll have everything kind of like just hanging loose and nothing in there. So then you basically just want to install it in reverse order. And I ordered my stainless steel clutch line off Extreme PSI, and this is everything it comes with. Of course, a stainless steel clutch line, 2 crush washers, your new bolt to go in your slave cylinder, and your new clip, which I showed you, which basically goes in like this and holds this together. Make sure it doesn't back out on you. And so we're gonna go put that in and I'll show you the end result. Okay guys, something quick I forgot to mention before you put this into your slave cylinder. This is your bolt that goes through your banjo bolt into the slave cylinder. They come with 2 crush washers, so you're gonna wanna put one like so on the bottom. Then you're gonna wanna put, obviously, you wanna put your banjo bolt through it. I can't do this with one hand, but you want to put your banjo bolt through it like this, basically. And then you want to put your other crush washer like so. So it's going to look like this, basically. And then you're going to want to bolt that into your slave cylinder.
Okay guys, so now we're under the car, and this is your slave cylinder. It bolts directly to the transmission right here. And so basically that banjo bolt with the crush washers and all that is going to go in this open hole right there next to the bleeder valve.
By the way, this bolt right here is a 14 millimeter.
Alright guys, so now that that is tightly in, you'll have your other side. I just put it up through here because it's going to need to eventually go up here somewhere. But I just let it hang like this while I tighten this bolt. And don't worry about this line. This line's actually for my wideband O2 sensor, or my air fuel ratio gauge. But that may or may not be in your car, probably not. But this is gonna go, this stainless steel line is gonna go up to that area under the fuse box, which I'll show you in just a second.
Okay, so here is the stainless steel clutch line. I just let it sit on the intercooler piping just so I could get to it easier up here. And you want to
fish this through. Oh, trying to get it out of the wires and all that. Okay, so here it is. Basically, you want this end to go onto this end, and you want to tighten it down, and then you want to put the clip, which goes around this little groove right here, which keeps it from backing out of that metal plate back here. Right, this metal plate back here kind of keeps it in. The clip keeps it from backing out. So I will come back when it's put together. Alright guys, once you get your stainless steel clutch line all the way coming from the slave cylinder all the way up here, you're going to want to thread it through here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can right there. There's like these little metal kind of like, they're like stop things that like right here that keep the bolt in place so that when you turn this, that the bolt doesn't turn for you, so that's nice. And then this is the clip. This prevents this bolt back here from backing out, or this from going out this way, which I doubt it would, but just in case. So the clip is there mainly to make sure this bolt doesn't back out back here on your stainless clutch line. And then this actually took me a lot longer than I planned because I had to shorten this brake line with this compression fitting. I had to cut it down like, I don't know, like 3 inches for it to fit right. So make sure you do that. Make sure you get everything to fit right. I used a Dremel to cut it, and then this is a compression union fitting. You can find them anywhere, pretty much any hardware store or O'Reilly's or whatever. And so now, once you have all the parts in, have the whole line connected, you're gonna want to bleed your clutch. And how you do that is this is your clutch master cylinder, and you fill it up with DOT3 brake fluid. You just put it in there, and it's basically the same process as bleeding brakes, except you're obviously doing it with the clutch. And then if you go down under here, that gold bleeder valve right there next to the banjo bolt you just put in for your stainless steel clutch line, that is your bleeder valve for the clutch system. So either get someone to help you, or what I do sometimes is I use, I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't see that. But anyway, I use a piece of wood that I have laying around, and I jam it between the seat and the clutch pedal to compress the clutch. So that way I don't have to have someone help me. But yeah, so after you bleed it, everything should be in and in working order. And if you put everything back, bolt your fuse box down, throw your intake back in, it should feel a lot better, and you should be running good. Also, make sure when you're bleeding the system, make sure there's no like leaks anywhere. Like I know mine, I had this old stainless steel clutch line I had got off like my parts car, and I'm assumed that it was junk, so I went ahead and ordered a brand new clutch line because it kept leaking from the banjo bolt right here. So I'm assuming it's because this bolt that you put through the banjo bolt into the slave cylinder is different than your stock bolt that goes into there, which is right here. It looks a little bit different, so that's probably the case. But either way, check for leaks and bleed your clutch system. And that should be all, guys. So if you like the video, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.